Hey, what's up, my people? My name is Dalton. Welcome to my channel, which is Dalton My World. And this is going to be a quick story time for you. Okay? So let's do this. All right. When I was younger, I lived in Oklahoma. I lived in Oklahoma City for about 18 years when I was younger. I moved there from Kansas City. And I was in Oklahoma when we had the bombing. And when we had the bombing, after the bombing, a lot of people was trying to find a new norm. Okay. But it's a weird thing about it is that one of the main things you wanted to stop having going on was so much media coverage because it was just anywhere you turn, you just wanted to break from it, just release your mind, and you couldn't. And another thing that doesn't stop is bills. So I had to get a temporary job with this company called Manpower. Now, I'm working at this temporary job in this insurance company, okay, where they send in policies, envelopes, and I would open those envelopes up and put them in the right place to get them out to the people so they could start processing for the day, okay? And the things you see in those envelopes, some people have no problem taking naked pictures of themselves and putting it in those envelopes. And I mean, you get a lot of, they'll rub crap on some of those appetizers and send it back to you, literal crap. Anyway, I'm working with this young lady, and it's lunchtime, so we go to lunch, and I'm sitting down talking to her. And we're just rapping. And then she asked me, she says, Dalton, do you think that we'll ever catch the person that did this? And I thought about it, and I told her, I said, well, I said either one or the other is going to happen. I said one of three things. One, they'll catch some of the people that did it, but they won't catch all the people. Two, to quiet the public, they'll create a patsy just so a person for the public to hate and quiet them down. I said, but or three, basically they'll catch everybody. But I said I believe it's going to be number one. They'll catch some of the people. They won't catch all of them. And I think the guy's name was Timothy McVeigh at that time. Believe that's his name. And she's like, "You real sure about that?" And I said, "Yeah, I really think they're gonna catch some. I don't think they catch all." Okay, I said because if you read this particular person's background, he he was gutsy, but he wasn't smart enough to pull all of it out. All of it off, like it has been. And then she hit me with she hit me with that unexpected question. She said, "Do you really feel justice will be served?" And I told her, you know, to a point, yeah, you know, especially if they find some of the people, yeah, you know. But if they find a patsy just to put up there to quiet the, public, not really, you know. May never know, you know. Um, and she said, "I agree with you 100%." I said, "But I really believe they're gonna find some of the people." And they did. They found two. Um, But then what she said after that blew me away. She said, "I believe you, Dalton. I agree." I said, "Huh." Beautiful young lady too. And she said, "Dalton," she said, sorry. She said, "Dalton," she said, my baby boy died in that blast. She said, "The only way that I know he did die and he was part of that blast is because, see, some of the kids, the first level was nothing but nurseries, newborns all the way up to a certain age of the federal building. So when that bomb blew it up, it literally disintegrated some of the children. They were, you know, they were able to identify her son because the only thing left for him was his foot that was shot into a couple buildings over, sticking into the brick wall. I won't give you more graphics on that, but that's, and she told me about that. And I looked in her eyes and I saw the pain. I don't know if there's any greater pain than a mother that truly loved her child that lost that child. Because, in my opinion, children are supposed to bury their parents. Their parents aren't supposed to bury their children. And that unexpected question that she hit me with, man, and then told me that, just always stuck with me. Always stuck somewhere in my heart. And it's amazing how people do things and they feel justified, but they don't understand the ripple effects of their actions to completely. They may have an idea of what they're doing, but they don't understand the full ripple effects a lot of times. Whether things they do is good or things they do is bad. Okay? And that always have stayed with my heart. I still have a small amount of PTSD from that incident. And the doctor said I always will. I mean, it gets better. It's better than it was. I mean, it used to be really bad. It's much, much better than it was. But, sometimes certain days, something can easily trigger it. But that's my story time. And it's so weird that I always get caught up in situations like that without even knowing that it's happening. Because one time when I was in Seattle, I was joking around with this lady, and she just really started laughing. And before she left, because I was working at a place called Rite Aid, and before she left, she said, "I have something to tell you." And I was like, "Okay." She said, "You heard about that horrible plane accident where that whole family died in the plane?" This was years ago. And I was like, "Yes, I did. I heard about that." And she told me, she says, "Yeah, that was my sister." She said, "Talking to you is the first time I've laughed in weeks since that incident." And she looked at me and dead on. She said, "Thank you." And she left. It's weird. You just never know where you're going to be put in and just being yourself. Now, if I knew that ahead of time with her, I probably would have tried too hard to comfort her and would have just jacked up the whole incident, you know, uh, the healing process. So sometimes it's good not to know, to have an element of surprise in life. And that is my story time. I guess you got two of them. All right. And I call that story time the unexpected question. I ask you to hit that subscribe button down there. It says subscribe in red. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Either way, it's cool with me. I ask you to comment and share. All right? And thank you so much for being with me. This video right here will make my 150th video that I created for the site. So I hope you find something on my site that you enjoy. And I couldn't do any of it without you, God, and no offense to my atheist friends. All right. And of course, myself. Be like Snoop Dogg. I like to take a moment before I end this video to thank myself. All right. Stay cool, stay safe, stay calm. And I'll rap to you later. Peace out.